The recent COVID-19 attack on humans is fierce. These doomsday scenes were filmed years ago. What are the similarities and differences between the film and reality? This story is about a deadly virus that spread globally in just a few days. A new influenza virus suddenly spreads worldwide, quickly infecting many people. It can be fatal after a few days of illness. On this day, Thomas picked up his son from school. At this time, his son was also infected with the virus, but they didn't know it and treated it as a common cold. No one understood the virus's severity until his wife Beth collapsed, was hospitalized, and died. Before waiting, Thomas learned that his son had suddenly died on the 5th day of the outbreak. The World Health Organization started investigating the virus's source and structure. The US government also prioritized this and reached out to Thomas, a former patient, who was isolated for observation. Soon after, his ex-wife's daughter visited him. Thomas informed him he wasn't infected and could go out soon. The CDC made progress by discovering a new type of virus that had never existed before. They discovered it was due to cross-infection between pigs and bats, with a mortality rate reaching 30%. No effective treatment or vaccine exists. CDC leader Brother Coffey ruled that labs below level 4 cannot conduct research to protect medical staff from infections. The World Health Organization sent a team to Hong Kong, China to identify the virus's source. Many people in Hong Kong were infected, so they started investigating the first cases. Thomas's wife, Beth, noted that the infection rate is currently 2, meaning one person infects 2, 2 infect 4, and so on. It infected 8 people directly. If this continues, it will be frightening. More seriously, we don't know what the virus is, much less how to treat it. At this crucial moment, Dr. Zhang, a third-level lab doctor, developed the vaccine after extensive research. The next step is to produce the vaccine, which takes time, but the virus is spreading quickly. Thomas confirmed he had antibodies to the virus and was safely discharged. Meanwhile, the curly-haired sister studying the virus was kidnapped. They aimed to exploit the curly-haired sister to trade WHO vaccines for large profits. Meanwhile, a video surfaced online claiming Forsythia can cure this virus. This is a lie, merely a way for businesses to profit. Is it akin to the Shuanglonglen incident in China? My boss, Coffee Brother, secretly asked his family to relocate to safety, according to the cleaner at home. Coffee's wife informed his best friend, and the news spread rapidly. The government, aiming to conceal the truth, ultimately failed. The city descended into chaos. People frantically bought Forsythia, while Thomas struggled to find basic necessities. Violent incidents were escalating. All malls and businesses closed, and work ceased. It felt like the world's end, while the death toll rose. Basic fruit bags were insufficient. They could only be processed and buried. At the press conference, government officials were left speechless. Had the government informed the public earlier and urged proper precautions, we wouldn't be in this situation. The virus has mutated from 2 to 4, increasing the mortality rate. As the epidemic worsened, the city became deserted. The street was empty, and gunshots echoed often. Thomas found a gun to safeguard his family. Good news from the CDC. A serum that immunizes against the virus was discovered in a monkey. To save time and more lives, Curly Knot tested on himself and found it safe and effective. The vaccine production started, but demand exceeded supplies. The government opted for a lottery to select individuals for vaccination. Those born on the selected date would be vaccinated first, while government officials' families received special privileges. Thomas's daughter was set to be vaccinated in 14 days. Her birth was average. Curly Knot's unit also sent people to deliver the vaccine for her. The person who urged the public to buy Lian Chow was arrested. Coffee Brother received the vaccine, but did not vaccinate his family. It was given to the cleaner's son. Eventually, the world regained its vitality, and people discovered the virus's origin. The bats were startled by the tree cutting, causing one to fall into a pig farm and be eaten by a pig. The pig was sent to a hotel. The chef cut the pork and shook hands with Thomas's wife without washing his hands. That's how the virus spread rapidly. The movie ends here. This video concludes here. See you next time for more exciting stories.